Gotta love lung cancer. Hello and welcome to episode 30 of the Modern Day Morons podcast, the season finale, and with a special Celtic guest. I'm your host, Liam.
Braden.
Good.
And special guest,
Lemon.
Love call.
We did it. We got a guest again for season finale. Let's go.
Second guest ever across the pond. Why don't you introduce yourself, Lemon?
My name's Lemon, or Jack, I guess. I'm Irish, if you can't tell, and I'm here because I'm better than Harvey. That's kind of.
Whoa.
That's just it.
No arguments there.
Wow. No impartial
I appreciate
hosting.
that you just gave me that.
I mean, you're the only one to ever be on a season finale, so
That's
true.
It's true. Hosted through the power of the internet. Look at that.
Yeah.
We're all here live. Let's get to it.
I mean, I just assumed you guys were all in the same room.
Oh no, we are. We just met
are.
with you, of course. Yeah, no.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
still
yeah.
as always the set. Yeah.
And you're in the house with us also. We flew you over.
This is
Liam's section of the room does smell quite bad. I can smell it from here.
It smells savory.
It's just behind this wall here for me. It's just a little over that way, and
There's a little window in the wall just for the stench to waft through.
Oh,
yeah, not
lovely.
good.
Yeah, we have industrial level air circulation in this facility.
And it's still not good enough.
2 foot by 2 foot box fans.
Yeah, the carbon
We
tax
get
we
pretty
pay
stuff.
is like immaculate for my emissions. Do we want to hop into some headlines?
Absolutely.
Yeah, why
No,
not?
hopefully nothing terrible, please.
You
Remember,
guys,
we have a
I think-
guest on this podcast.
I think you guys will like this one if you like ninjas.
Hold on, my lights aren't the same color.
So unprofessional.
Some people's
I didn't even know that one could change.
A little more purple now.
noise. Okay,
you go.
so our first headline: a ninja with a sword assailed a U.S. Army Special Operations Unit in California.
Okay.
As
The
you should.
attack-
Sounds like a real ninja.
Let's see.
Can we get some context?
We can. The incident report quickly drew attention after it was posted on Instagram. It describes how a staff sergeant was smoking a late-night dart near an airport hangar when an unknown person wearing full ninja garb approached him with a question. "Do you know who I am?" the man asked. The sergeant said he did not. "Do you know where my family is?" the man asked. When the sergeant said he did not know, the person in ninja garb began to slash at him with a katana sword. The report
Jeez.
states, adding that the sergeant's leg and phone were struck. The sergeant ran, jumped a fence, and reached a building where he joined others from his company. As he and the captain locked the doors and called 911, the assailant kicked and punched doors and windows, according to the report, which has redacted the service members' names. The Ridgecrest Police Department blotter entry from that night says a report came in at 1:19 a.m. of a suspect in a ninja outfit, complete with a sword, at the airport. The report cited at least one victim more than 20 minutes after the initial contact. The blotter says a 911 call came in from someone at the airport saying 26 special operations military members were hunkered down in a hangar wondering where help is. The ninja did not obey deputies' orders. Police officers located the ninja suspect on a nearby road, but the man refused to follow commands and brandished the sword at deputies. The sheriff's office said projectile rounds were used but were ineffective, it added. Instead, the man ran. When deputies used a taser on him, he dropped the sword and deputies were able to take him into custody. He was identified as Gino Riviera, 35. Riviera was arrested for attempted homicide, assault with a deadly weapon, brandishing a weapon with the intent to resist or prevent an arrest, along with vandalism and obstructing or delaying a peace officer in the performance of their duties, the sheriff's office said. Both the sergeant and the captain required stitches for their wounds, but were cleared to return to duty.
Okay.
Wow.
The
Fun.
first thing I got from that, did they try and shoot him before they tried to tase him?
Well, they said projectile rounds, which could be
That's
bullets.
like rubber bullets.
It could be
I
rubber
would assume
bullets or
it's
like a beanbag gun, but
beanbags,
they were
yeah.
proven ineffective. So this guy
Because
was
he's
just-
a ninja.
he's a
yeah,
ninja.
you just chopped him.
You
just played Fruit Ninja.
It's just he either hits them or he dodges them. He gets out of that way. Hey,
While he was waiting for the cops to show up, he's just sat there on the ground playing Fruit Ninja on his phone, just getting ready.
Getting ready.
He's been training his whole life for this moment ever since it came out in 2008.
One
Is that
ninja,
how old it is?
Maybe 2000. I don't know.
26 special ops soldiers to hide in a bunker. That's how.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little bothered
by.
by. It's
Yeah.
like he can't be that lethal though, because I mean, sure, a sword, but like 26 guys, did they don't have any guns?
Were they on duty or were they just
Like, was this these were soldiers?
Yeah, they were
versus
spec
35-year-old man with a sword.
They were in the California desert. Yeah, no, they were just like on base. He basically attacked a military airport looking for.
He
The best part is he goes up
military
to,
base,
yes.
and they had to call the cops.
And he goes,
Because
"Do you know who I am? Like, is he in a movie right now? Like, do you know who I am? Where is my family?"
He's literally just Liam Neeson. Is that you?
wow,
Poor guy.
That's something. Yeah, wow.
why didn't I'm just confused as to why they didn't have guns if there's 26 of them. Even if you don't have guns, just 26 of you can surely take one person. At most, how many people is he going to cut down?
True.
I mean, he is a ninja.
It's true.
So
Oh, okay.
Good point, touche.
he does some backflips and shit like that. Safe.
I just like the idea of the staff sergeant running into the bunkers, going, "Lock the doors. There's a ninja outside. Arm your stations."
No, I'm just curious if like all 26 of them were in there and there was only one door, so they're like, okay, I guess we're stuck in here. But I can get that because like if there's a guy outside your only exit door, you probably don't want to open it if he's got a sword.
Yeah, but what military base is designed with one door?
Yeah, well, that's exactly it, and it's a military base. Couldn't they just be like, hey, red alert? How did he even get in there? I don't think you can just walk into a military base.
Jacob, how many times do we
he's
have
a
to go through
ninja.
this?
Stealth.
He's a ninja.
Oh, my bad. I guess, yeah. I guess.
He just hops the
They
fence.
didn't see him. They didn't see him. He just
15 feet of wire of fence with barbed wire on top. No problem. No problem.
I mean,
He's a ninja.
to their credit, they probably didn't, see him coming. They didn't expect some guy with a fucking katana to just walk onto the base. But like, how good is the military?
Yeah, I was gonna say, where did this happen?
Handle that?
Where did this happen?
California.
California, right,
Airport.
okay.
It happened in
So $7 trillion a year or something they put towards the military, and
One guy with a
26
sword.
guys can't
Who
take
would
out
win?
one guy with a
$7 trillion military or one 35-year-old man with a katana?
To be fair, though, he was a man on a mission.
Yeah, he's
guess
looking
he
for his
was.
family, so
True.
Yeah, this is
What
out in the
is-
desert, like pretty much halfway between LA and Las Vegas. So right.
So
in
there
the
was, like,
airport.
nothing around. He couldn't have like snuck up on them. They just didn't see him coming.
Yeah,
Naturally,
yeah,
I
no,
guess.
dude, and
He
like
probably just took a bunch of peyote in the desert and was like, "Where's my family?" and break into the.
he just became the fucking
military base.
hey, Lou.
Hey,
But
Lou.
yeah, no, he the thing is, I think he probably, if he has a katana, he only slashed at the guy. I think he was just playing with his food. I think this could have been a mass casualty event if he wanted it to be.
I mean,
but
if he went in that door, there'd be 26 dead spec op officers right now.
Well, what were they going to do? They were hiding from him. They couldn't overwhelm him. He'd be spinning circles. They couldn't get to him.
I just picture him having like ninja stars too, and he's like taking out all the fucking like recon. What a fucking just him going up and going, "Do you know who I am?
That's
Where's my family?"
Cinematic. That's cinema.
And then
That's
just
art.
started.
Do the reports say that he hit someone in the leg and their phone?
Yeah, I think he probably like sliced an iPhone in half.
Wow.
What a badass.
Did they like throw the phone at him to try and distract him?
And he just.
I mean,
And he
honestly,
just
like,
perfectly
have
sliced it
them.
in half.
If you had nothing else, I would probably be willing to throw my phone at somebody. But like, you might be better off calling the cops.
I feel like my chances are better with my hands than with my phone.
Yeah, but like, one good hit in like the teeth, and they might reconsider attacking you because that shit would hurt.
Yeah, but I've also just broken my phone.
Well,
At
yeah,
that point,
you
what's the
can't
point
call
in
for help,
living?
which is maybe a problem.
You guys want to see a picture of Armand?
Absolutely.
Kind of.
This is him in his ninja attire.
Oh,
That,
they're like,
okay,
hey,
yeah,
hold
that-
on. Before we arrest you, let's just take a photo shoot.
Well, this was before the attack.
Okay, so he's been a ninja.
Okay, he does look pretty professional.
No, that guy is like, I was picturing like a mall ninja. No, this guy, that's legit.
What is up with this guy? Why is there so many pic? Is he like a
So, well, there's a
Has he
different.
got, like,
wrestler?
Blow
No, there's a
darts on
different-
his arms.
I think so. Maybe they're like poison, like fraud darts or something.
Are you
But,
sure that's him?
That's
Are you-
him. These wrestlers are not him. There's a Gino Riviera who's a wrestler. This is
Okay.
the guy from this is him getting
Just,
arrested.
Liam, click the ninja specification. See if there's other pictures. Or wait, what?
That's him
there's-
getting arrested? He's wearing
wait.
fucking baggy jeans.
Wait, let's see. Sword.
He's wearing
mean,
baggy
that's just-
jeans and a pair of fucking dad shoes or something.
That's not as cool as being all ninja garb.
But maybe they took the
He's got-
ninja stuff off, and he was wearing jeans.
And he had
underneath.
jeans underneath.
For mobility.
Tactical jeans.
It's good for, evading afterwards. You just strip out of your ninja gear and
Yes.
fade in with the crowd.
He was about to
True.
hitman that shit. Just change his identity.
Imagine.
Just in the middle of the
perfect.
military base.
Our next story is a little darker, we'll say, but there's a little comedy in there, but you have to find it. So, two brothers were hit and killed by a train, while intoxicated. Now,
Lemon, you look like you found the comedy already somehow. What's up with that?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Now
This is not
the
funny.
kicker of the story is the two brothers that were hit by a train while drinking were at a memorial for their third brother, who a week earlier was hit and killed by a train at the same spot.
I'm sorry. Oh,
Beg your pardon?
So let's see. A family in
Okay,
Charlotte,
okay.
North Carolina is weathering. Oh, that part's sad. Police arrived to find Pablo, 29, and Jose, 20, unresponsive near the tracks. Both men were pronounced dead at the scene. At a press briefing on Wednesday, Sergeant Adam Jones said that the men were mourning the loss of their brother, 27-year-old Baltazar, when they were struck. Baltazar was killed by another light rail train a week earlier on the same location. They had been memorializing their brother on the 1-week anniversary of his death, and they were conducting a memorial out by the site where he was killed.
so they went to where he got hit
Yes,
and got hit.
and both died a week later.
So was he drinking the first time? Sorry, was that
So there was believed to be drinking involved in both accidents.
okay? Understood.
Baltazar a week earlier was driving, and the beams were down, and he just
Mm.
decided to go around the beam, and then the train came.
As you do, yeah.
Yes.
And then so they went to celebrate his life and
A
have a
week
drink
later.
in his honor a week later, as
And
he
then just
as he
stood on
loved
the
to
track.
do clearly, and stood on the track that he died on. And, they're
And
like,
both
"Shout
of
out,
them were
brother,"
hit and killed by a train.
by a train.
I
the family, I
would
guess.
just
Wow.
like to add, I've never been drunk on a train track. Rest in
Me
peace
neither.
to these three
Oh.
people. But
Wait,
trains don't really sneak up.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
quite
think.
loud.
I could be wrong. I feel like I could hear, see, and dodge a train,
Well, it depends.
even if I were drunk. Well, I mean, like the train is only ever on the train tracks unless some massive disaster happens, in which case you only have to not be on about a meter of track. You could jump to your left or right and you would never get hit by the train. Maybe your legs.
having been near a train while drunk downtown here, yeah, no, it's not a sneaky thing.
I've seen many a
It's not a
train.
sneaky
I've
thing.
seen many. I used to live literally like on a fucking train track.
Yeah,
I saw
Bedford,
trains every
all
day.
the time
Um,
at that place.
they never sneak. I've never been like, oh, what the fuck? Where'd that train come from? You can hear it like a mile away. Just saying.
Wild.
No,
Same
not
vibe.
to say that there was any foul play going on.
What if they're all deaf?
Well, that would really suck, wouldn't it? Probably
It
wouldn't.
would.
I mean, you can actually feel the vibration of a train if you're on the
What
train
if they have
tracks.
no nerves? They can't feel anything.
They have no
I guess they
senses.
could- I guess they're gonna get hit by a train then. As much as I hate to say it.
Yeah.
They just
Rest
followed
in
their
peace.
instinct. Said, "Let's
Yeah,
go
they
to the
didn't
track."
actually know their brother was hit by a train. They just had a feeling that was the general area.
Like this would, we'll pay homage to him, and go as he did.
Yeah,
Really heartbreaking.
they might have
That'd
tried
be
to,
sad,
you
though.
know, kill themselves.
I'm just saying, I don't think
That's
you
a
get hit by a
possibility.
train on accident unless you accidentally drunk drive your
Fall.
way onto the train tracks or fall.
Life balls are. Yeah, they might, but like, yeah, apparently they were pretty sloshed, so maybe they saw it too late and then ran and then tripped. But the fact that I got both of them, I don't know, it feels almost like there's a
Was it the
potential.
same driver?
we-
Could this have been a assassination?
Oh, I didn't think about it like that.
Train
What if he's got like
assassination?
a thing with the family? No, I guess I don't know. Could you pass out? Like if you're going to like you're like, oh, our brother died last week. Let's get shit faced near where he died as some form of honor, respect, right? And like, say you pass out on the train tracks.
But both of them passed out on the train tracks?
Or one of them passed out and the other one was trying to get him off till the last second. And...
Oh, that actually makes.
But like, what are the odds you pass out? You're like, oh, there's a train. You know what I mean, like,
I feel like you don't notice the train and then pass out. You probably are just unconscious.
You're probably just getting really drunk, and then it's probably like, suddenly you pass out at 3 a.m. Suddenly trains start going by at 6 or whatever. You're still asleep on the ground out in the middle of nowhere.
I like the idea
I
that
don't
they were
know.
at the like anger stage of grief when it happened, and so
They
they're
tried
like,
to fight the
they're
train.
like, no, they're like, Baltazar, how could you be so stupid? How could you let yourself get hit by a train? And just like coming in the foreground from the background, the foreground is just beep beep. And I also like to think the other guy was given exactly 1 week leave, and this was his first shift back, like the train driver, and he's just like, okay, and he's like, motherfucker, get off the tracks, and they're just like, but no, that's it's rough for the folks.
It's a terrible, like honestly, a terrible story for like
It is.
the family, but there is, as
That's
you said,
fine.
there was actual company in that. That is.
I read that
There's
headline, and
irony
I'm
in
like, that's gotta
Personally,
make the
my
show.
favorite idea is them trying to fight the train.
I love the fighting the train.
I agree.
Yeah, they're like,
Well, fucking, you'll pay for this.
do you think they were wearing full? Do you think they were wearing full ninja garb?
Maybe the train
Was it
just didn't
Gino?
see them.
Did Gino get hit by the train?
Oh no.
I think Gino's still being hit with the book. Of,
Oh.
well,
Damn,
Speaking.
rough.
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, but yeah, military or U.S. spec ops kind of useless against ninjas. So
Mhm.
other countries, we should start having like ninja units. That would be kind of sick, honestly.
Oh,
Ninja
that's a good
unit.
idea.
But yeah, one more headline for you guys. Dad shoots son over playing the guitar, and then they fought. A 79-year-old father says he was aiming for the guitar his son wouldn't stop playing for more than an hour when he fired his gun, Ohio police said. But police said the Blue Ash dad shot his 50-year-old son in the stomach on Sunday, according to the Cincinnati Enquirer. The police Ash department was then called to the home where it was reported to be an accidental shooting. The son started beating the dad relentlessly after he was shot and bleeding out of his gut. The condition of both men is currently unknown, but the dad faces possessions for unlawful discharge of a firearm and attempted assault. Police
I
said the
wouldn't
son
say that
isn't
was an
facing any
attempted
charges.
assault. It was a successful assault.
The condition of the father and son's not available. Yeah, so basically, 50-year-old son lives with his 80-year-old dad, and he's just trying to practice the guitar.
As
And
you-
the dad
he's
just
waiting
kinda
for his big
broke.
break.
Yes.
He's gonna get his big break any day.
It'll come one of these
now.
days.
He's heard wind of a band at the bar down the road. He'll be up and come one day. Oh boy.
He
I feel
just
like the
won
most
that
impressive part is that the guy like got shot and then was like, right, I'm just beat up my dad now.
Mhm.
How
And
dare
somehow
you,
the
Dad?
dad lost that
Mhm.
after shooting him.
Yeah, so that's crazy to imagine. Like you're just like not worried. Like, oh no, I should probably put pressure on this wound. But how dare you?
I mean, I feel like adrenaline would kick in pretty
Probably,
good after
yeah.
you get shot
Oh,
by your own
God.
father.
That would be something though. Fuck.
But regardless, like,
That's
what the
something.
fuck?
Why
Like,
shoot?
you'd
Why?
have to-
By the way, why shoot the guitar?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
the only logical option. He's playing
Oh,
guitar.
Jesus.
You have to
I mean,
shoot
they
it out of his
thrashed him
hands.
pretty good. Yeah, and the thing is, you'd have to shoot him like you'd have to shoot the guitar side on, because if you shoot it straight on, you're gonna shoot the guy in the stomach anyways. Because
Well, I would imagine
last I
that's
checked,
probably what
guitars
happened.
are not
Did
bulletproof.
he hit the
Did he
guitar?
hit the guitar?
I think it went through the guitar.
That's
'Cause
good.
you know,
Oh, he
Oh,
shot
shit.
the
It's a
guitar,
guitar.
and then it went into the sun. Okay.
And unless you shoot like the fucking head of the guitar where all the strings are located, you probably could still use the guitar if it's an acoustic.
I
mean, it
guess
might not
it depends
sound
on
as
the
good.
size of the bullet, if it can fit through the strings.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, odds are he probably aimed for like the body of it where it's just hollow, where all your acoustics are.
Well, 2 thin layers of wood is probably bulletproof.
Yeah, probably not, given the story.
Oh, I thought guitars were made out of Kevlar.
If
That's
only
an
John
interesting-
Lennon had.
You
had
can
his
probably get a
guitar
Kevlar guitar. I would
I know,
imagine it
pretty
doesn't
sweet.
sound very good.
No.
for
It
all
doesn't need to
those.
sound good if it's bulletproof.
Just use those for concerts in Chicago.
Anybody tries to shoot you for how bad your music is, well, it won't matter.
Too bad.
But
I mean, guitars are pretty big too. Like that might be handy actually.
Did
That
he?
feels like-
Did he swing the guitar at his father afterwards?
I think he just used old lefty righty. But it sounds like something like his son was practicing guitar like all of quarantine, and the dad just had enough. And there's probably already tension if you're 50 living with your 80-year-old dad.
Damn.
But
I mean, yeah, but like there's other ways to solve tension than with a fucking gun.
I think they
I
needed that
know,
though.
I know.
No, it's like a kettle. 'Cause
He
it,
did this.
it got all the pressure released because the dad got all his anger
Yeah,
out
from
by
the
shooting
chamber
the
of
son,
the gun.
and then the son got all his anger out by
beating
like that's a good
the shit out of
excuse
dad. Mhm.
to beat up your dad is if you got
Father-son
Family
bonding experience. Yeah.
Perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. That's something. That is a crazy story.
They probably could have just arm wrestled or something.
Hmm.
Just an idea.
Or they
It's-
could have shot each other.
Yeah.
They could have shot each other. I
Wild
suppose.
West
That would
style.
be fair.
High noon.
It's only fair, Dad. Give me the gun. Pass me the gun, Dad. Come on, dude.
All right, now it's your turn.
What the fuck, Dad? Interesting. That's a fun time. I'm glad I don't live in any of these situations.
I mean, I feel like I kind of wanted to be in the ninja situation,
The ninja situation's pretty funny.
just to like watch
hmm
as
100%.
26 members of the military cower in a bunker from.
I would.
You probably
I
felt
would
extra powerful.
Oh, big time. I'd love to be like the guy working CCTV on base that night. Because then I could just
Watching it
watch as the
happen.
ninja's running around. Like he slashes up an officer. I'm like, oh shit! It's like everybody putting no calls in, and then like he runs into a building. He's like, everybody get in here, stay. And he's just ninja standing outside, like with his sword just ready. And all the guys are like cowering in the corner.
Well,
of the
he
building.
was punching windows and doors. Like he was punching
Oh,
through
he's
windows. Like, he was
crazy.
trying to get in. And then the cops
better.
showed. I just like the idea that the spec ops had to call the fucking like California
Police.
desert deputies to be like, "Hey, come get this ninja."
Cops just should have said
Wow.
no. Like, if you guys can't handle this, you probably shouldn't be, military. It's
for
just
the
an
best.
idea. This
What
is
a-
just another training.
Thing is, they're not
experience.
basic military either. They're
Yeah,
special
spec ops,
operations.
dude. You should be the
26
best.
spec
The big
ops, bro.
boys.
Dude, he is the main character, like of whatever this entire thing is. Just him going, "Do you know who I am?
He
Where's my
certainly thinks he
family?"
is, if nothing else.
I do like the peyote theory that he was just super tripping on peyote and just thought he was in like a ninja movie.
Wow, what a great week for weird news.
This
Yeah.
is good news.
Well,
News.
this
This
Call
is
it
better
good
than
news.
CNN.
Okay, well, it's not good news, but it's fun. Well, it's not funny
Well.
when people are dead.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting
that's
news. The
Good-
kind of news
good,
that's not. How's the coronavirus doing this week?
Yeah, for
What's
sure.
going on in the U.S. politics?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
good
I think old Corona's getting kind of worse where we are right now. It seems.
Oh, it's out of
Yes.
control here.
Seems like
Oh,
we've
yeah.
spiked back up to
Oh no.
good number of cases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've gone back down the lockdown road again, where things now
really?
have a curfew, like pubs and clubs have to be closed by midnight and stuff. So
Oh, that sucks.
tis the
Fun.
beginning.
We're not quite there. Shay, what's up, dude?
Hey, Shay.
I think we've been having more cases recently. More
Yeah.
than for a while there, I felt like we had it pretty good.
We were like maybe like 5-10 a day for a while, which
And
is like good.
You'd think we'd be getting better as everybody gets vaccinated, but I
Mhm.
guess maybe people are like, we're all vaccinated. Fuck it.
Mhm. Well, I think people are starting to like travel more now too. So it's people are traveling
Yeah.
out and then they're bringing it back in, and then it's like people, even if you're vaccinated, you can still like get it sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like it's still
You can
more
carry
rare,
it,
but
yeah.
you can carry
Even
it.
if you don't
Still
notice.
spread it exactly, and you know what I mean. So it's still get like popping up more in testing and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
still.
Where-
Works. Huh?
You should
So-
chat.
Okay, we're about 2/3 of the way towards our highest case numbers.
Oh,
So what was it today? 4,181 today and 43 deaths so far this week.
Oh, jeez.
So-
You guys
Yeah.
definitely got it
Yeah.
worse than we do.
Canada's definitely like bad. Like when we say like 10 cases a day, we just mean our one small ass
Yeah,
province.
yeah, and we're,
But like
we're tiny.
Ontario, BC, Alberta, all of them are bad. I mean, the one decent thing about people getting it is like, I just herd immunity because like antibodies from getting it is like more stronger than the vaccine. You should
Yeah.
still get the vaccine, obviously, but the actual immunity you get from getting it is stronger than what the vaccine gives you. So if more people start having that, it might start to die down. But after like 2 years,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's kinda
I
crazy.
got
No, I
a
thought there was more.
I got a text the other day for my booster appointment.
Ooh,
oh, nice.
you
So-
guys are doing boosters, eh?
We are
Boosters.
currently, it's just, what is it? People over 65, I think. Then
Okay.
people with a immune system deficiency, and then healthcare workers. So
Okay.
clearly I'm over 65.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, you look
But yeah,
Thanks.
wow, yeah, that's. I still don't know what we're doing with boosters. I don't know that.
I haven't
they're,
even heard
they're
talk
working
of it.
on it. That's gonna
They're
be
working.
like we're gonna do the same thing that like Ireland's doing, just slower because we're Canada.
Of course, yeah, classic.
I mean, I think it'd be better off that we get
Mhm.
we get most people 2 shots before we start working on boosters.
Agreed. Agreed.
and
Also,
our-
kids still need to eventually.
Yeah,
get
kids,
that's a
but
thing.
also to just focus the boosters on like the elderly and the immunocompromised and
Mhm,
stuff like
mhm.
that, pre-existing
People who
conditions.
will actually save.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then just like I don't even know because we were like the plan was we were going to go without masks. It was like October 5th, and then that got
Yeah.
postponed, and
And
now
then,
it's
Like,
probably
fuck that.
It's
kid.
never.
This
figure out a
dude,
way.
holy shit! I think it would have got pretty bad.
Oh, big
Clearly.
time. Oh, we would have been fucked if there's no masks. Imagine all the people in grocery stores and how nobody follows the rules in there anyway, and just everything like that. Like, oh,
I was
I
actually
know
at
the UK
Costco
is
today.
doing no masks.
really?
oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. The
Yeah.
UK is really lightening up on shit.
I was at Costco
Bobo
today,
Joe.
and like I don't know how people. This is
jokes.
pre-COVID stuff too, but like I don't know how people don't understand the rules of traffic. Like you stay on the right, or you stay maybe if you're where Lemon lives, where they drive on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, okay.
You stay on the left. But like I hate it when you're in a grocery store and people they're on the wrong side of the lane. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, there's 2 walking paths and you're on the wrong side. It's
Oh.
simple. It's simple. Just you know,
Yes.
I see it every day.
if you go up an aisle, you stay on the right. If you go down an aisle, you stay on the right. You just stay on the right.
Wait,
Unless
Luke,
you need to park your cart and walk over.
do you guys walk on the left there too? Like if you're walking, do you walk on the left side and let the people walking come through your right side?
Probably do.
I don't think it's as much of a thing here, but I generally would walk in the middle unless someone was coming the other way, and then you'd probably move to the left.
Damn, that's Uno
Fucking-
reverse
these
out
guys are
here.
backwards.
That's crazy.
Imagine. Yeah, okay, but see, that's it. You follow the rules of traffic.
That's what
So
I do
let's
too.
say-
That's what I do for doors and everything, though. Like if I'm going
Yeah.
into a door, if there's a couple like open doors, I'll go into the far right door. You know what I mean? Like that's the I try and follow that rule, but so many people don't, and it's just silly sometimes. But
I just don't like it. I hate going to the grocery store. I got this big cart in front of me, and somebody just peels out in front of you, and they're going on your side of the traffic. I'm like,
Mhm.
dude, I should just run into you. I should honestly just flatten you right now, because you're in the wrong lane. Sorry to say it, but
I mean, that could have been what the train driver was thinking.
maybe.
ooh,
Maybe
Oh,
damn, it's a callback.
so fucking Jack, I got a couple. Irish questions for you.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I'm just start coming with these off the top. They're not like trivia. They're just. I want your point of view as a Irish man.
Okay.
How you view these things. Okay. Number 1, do you view Bailey's? Do you know what Bailey's is? The
The cream liqueur, yeah.
Yeah. Do you view that as cultural appropriation?
No.
No. Okay. Good.
Good.
Yeah. I want to make sure we aren't insensitive to you while we eat our vanilla ice cream with alcohol.
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
So woke, Liam.
I know. We gotta get these things out of the way. And number 2, what is the best way to prepare a potato?
Potatoes are so good, and there's so many different ways to eat them. But now I am vegetarian, but a baked potato, but you not baked, roast. You roast it in goose fat. That is the best way to have a potato.
Oh, that's probably greasy and just so. Oh, I bet that's good.
I don't know.
Honestly,
if
like,
goose
the fat.
I feel like that's the
goes-
best
It's
use for
really
a goose.
crisp on the
Eat your
outside.
assholes.
Oh,
So
goose, but I was not expecting that, but
Sounds
that's some
delicious.
good inside.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
crisps
to get
on
some
the
goose
outside
now.
and it's nice and fluffy in the middle. So
Oh.
I'm hungry now.
What is the worst way to prepare a potato?
it's a good question.
the worst way to prepare a potato. Probably homemade chips. If you do it wrong and they're just soggy and like
Let's say
it's just a shit potato.
I think
if
a
you do it
burnt
right,
baked
again,
potato.
it's good.
burnt. Well, yeah, but burnt isn't
If
like
you like, no, but I mean like it's the potato on the inside's alright, but like the skin on the outside is just like fucking.
It's like dry and
leather.
rubbery.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I was just saying,
in my
like
opinion.
I don't fuck with crock pot potatoes because like. Do you have a crock pot there? Like like crock pot, like slow cooker,
Yeah.
like you put
You know what
Yeah,
crock pots
yeah.
Are you aware of
Slow-
crock pot?
You know what slow cooking means?
slow cook. You don't cook. It's not fast food, but I just find
We
when you put,
invented
like,
those here.
yeah, but when you put like all that shit in a crock pot, it has like a crock pot taste to it. Do you know what I mean? It tastes like a little like burnt or like over to it, like the
Maybe
roast.
yeah,
and,
I
like,
get where you're
leaking
coming
fucking
from.
lead.
But what was I can't remember the Irish for it, but the Celts had a way of cooking things, and it was basically just a medieval slow cooker.
Okay.
You get like a pit filled with hot rocks, and then you pour water in it, and the water boils, and you put the food in the hot water.
Ooh. I like
He
it.
says order. He says it correctly.
Oh,
Him, Bob Ross, and me all say water the right way.
the
Fuck
right
you.
What do you guys say? Water?
water.
Water.
Water?
Water.
No, it's
Say
water.
it like it's spelled.
water.
Water.
Water. Anyway, I appreciate it.
I can't bully Liam as much because now it's an equal split of pronunciation.
Well, I mean, like Liam.
I mean,
Liam
I
does not
pronounce things
have any accent.
No, I just
Lemon has
have,
an accent.
No,
I just know
Liam
how
has an
phonetic
Liam
works.
is a Canadian accent.
Yeah.
He's got that a little bit of Albertan in him.
Albertan.
Albertan.
Everyone
Down
has
by
an
the
accent.
well with all the water. But so, do you guys have like a like how like England's famous for their traditional big breakfast? They got the beans, the tomato, the blood pudding, the sausage, the eggs, the toast. Does Ireland have like an equivalent like hearty staple breakfast?
There's
food?
actually there's an Irish equivalent breakfast, and it can actually get you in trouble. Well, not so much now, but in recent or previous years, if you went up north to Northern Ireland, which depending on what side of if you say you're in a cafe or whatever, depending on the affiliation of the owner of the cafe, a full English breakfast is what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
There is a full Irish breakfast.
Oh shit.
And they're basically the exact same thing. And if you go into the wrong place and ask for an English or an Irish, it could have got you in a lot of trouble. Like even so my dad is English and my mom is Irish. And it would have been about the 90s. The two of them went up north together. And one of the publicans, she wouldn't speak to my mom and spoke just to my dad, and like through my dad to this woman. So I would say a full Irish is probably pretty similar. The only difference between a full Irish and a full English is Irish don't have baked beans.
No baked beans. Yeah, fuck baked beans for breakfast.
So that's the only difference.
Do you guys do blood pudding too?
Black and white pudding, yeah, we got that.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it's actually that stuff's actually pretty good. It sounds gross.
It
'cause
is.
like congealed blood, but like
It's very nice.
it's actually pretty solid. Okay, and then speaking more to that, because I do love politics, is there still much of a divide? Like we don't have to get too into it, but is it is it as bad or is it more modern now?
No, it's a lot better now.
That's good.
I think what was it, 92? I think was the Good Friday Agreement, and that was the technical end of the Troubles. And since then, it's been pretty all right. There are parts of the year that are iffy, usually around July. It can get a bit iffy, but there's nothing major anymore. There might be like 1 or 2 shootings, so like nothing severe, and support for both sides of the extremism are like gone pretty much.
Okay.
And then so when a lot of those like you said how that like waitress wouldn't talk to your mom, is that more of like an older generation thing now?
Yes,
People are
yeah.
more like divided like that.
So my generation in general wouldn't have experienced very much of the Troubles. If they did, they would have been very, very young,
Right.
like 1 or 2. So for us, it's not as much of a thing. But I would say if you were 70, 60, 50, there might still be some tension, but it wouldn't be to the point where you're just like outright refusing to speak to people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. We'll lighten it up a bit.
Yeah.
The classic Irish jig everyone knows. You know, the one where it's like I think you put your hands like this and you just do like your legs kicking out. Is that like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do, yes.
Yes. Is that just like an Irish stereotype, or is that actually something like a lot of Ireland does?
So Irish dancing generally would be done by girls. You
Right.
do get some lads that do it, but it's not very common. And we do all do it in school. So
Okay.
well, I say all, but everyone I know has done it in school for I think you call it gym. We PE.
Yeah.
You'll have like every year
Dance
a week or
class.
2 of just Irish dancing. So yeah.
I did that in Alberta. We did that in gym, but it was square dancing. I shit you not. We did a square dancing as like a gym unit, like once a year.
Classic Alberta.
Nice.
Okay, right on. And then
What's
is
the beep test? Fuck the beep test.
Oh, I remember this.
I only did that once.
Lucky.
oh nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got it good.
you got it good. Let's see
Wait,
what else.
can I ask a question, Liam?
Of course.
Absolutely not.
So, what is the general opinion on the Lucky Charms mascot?
Is he a leprechaun?
He's a leprechaun.
We don't have Lucky Charms.
You guys
here.
don't have Lucky, so you guys don't know. Oh, okay. It just seems like an offensive stereotype.
I mean,
If it
do
seems
have a
like it, it
leprechaun
probably
hat
is.
and beard on the back of my chair. I mean, I don't think anyone. It's difficult to offend an Irish person.
I guess that's fair. You guys have a pretty good sense of humor.
So
This guy.
I think I've heard him speak, and he's not Irish. It's like an American
Liam, run a
person
clip.
putting on a very bad.
I'm working on
Oh yeah.
accent.
That's what I mean. Is like just especially in the accent side. So it's just
Okay.
funny.
Have you ever seen the Leprechaun horror movies?
Oh my god.
He's kind of like Chucky. He's like a
Yeah,
tiny
he's
person.
a short little fella.
He's a little guy.
I've
little-
never
little
seen them,
fucking
but I've seen
asshole.
like clips and stuff of them.
There's a shit ton of them. There's like 8 Leprechaun movies, I think. And they're very bad. They all suck.
I mean, it's because it's a leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
There are people in Ireland who like are convinced leprechauns are real, and
Yeah. Okay.
there's like there's one chap, and I can't remember what county he's from, but like he's trying to convince people that he's in contact with the leprechaun village, and that
Ooh.
they only revealed themselves to him and stuff like that. So
Only when I eat this specific type of mushroom.
and
It's crazy. It's like the portal.
there is a leprechaun museum in Dublin. So
Okay.
A leprechaun museum.
I have
So,
no idea what's in there.
so leprechauns, are they just like folklore for you guys, kind of, or like kind
Yeah,
of like
so they'd be a part of Celtic mythology.
Okay.
Like banshees are.
Okay.
They, Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's kind of what a leprechaun is like. They're
Right.
generally quite mischievous and tricksters.
So
I have
the
no
movie
idea where the
Leprechaun
green suit
is
and
accurate.
the ginger beards come from, but yeah,
Just
they'd be
stereotyping.
yeah, they'd be an old part of Ireland.
So,
But
like,
yeah,
how prominent is like Celtic mythology in Ireland? Like stuff like the gods, like like RTO, Cuchulainn, shit like that. Like, is that commonly known, or
Yeah.
is that just like nerd shit?
So they'd be children's stories now. So
Okay.
like Satanta or Cuchulainn is a very popular kid's story. Satanta being his name prior to the story, Cuchulainn being his name after the story.
Right.
Like we have the sports channel here is called Satanta.
Oh.
Just because he played hurling, which is one of Ireland's national sports. It's again a Celtic sport, and it would be seen as like a warrior's sport back then. It was something that only the best could play. I mean, now it's something like every Irish child plays. So, but everything has some sort of Celtic influence, I'd say, but it's not very common. The gods in particular wouldn't be known by a lot of people. It would be more like old wives' tales, and then kid stories is kind of it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And quick geography quiz: can you name the largest county in Ireland and the smallest county in Ireland?
That would be Cork and Laois.
Damn, that's quick.
No,
Nice.
sorry, Louth.
Oh,
There we
not
go.
Laois.
Oh.
You got him. Quick little.
Didn't expect to be quizzed, did you?
Cork is huge, and it's a fucking pain to get to from anywhere, even in Cork.
Oh, okay. One of
Sounds
those
about
kind of
right.
places. Fun.
Just a big fucking ugly area.
Now, Lemon probably knows this one, but I don't know if Braden and Jacob do. Without Googling, do you know what the national symbol of Ireland is?
I do.
I feel like
It's
somewhere deep
It's
in my
our
brain,
original flag.
Original flag.
somewhere deep in my brain, I might have it, but not off the top of my head. No.
I don't think so.
It's on all the Irish Euros as
Or
well.
maybe it's a.
And a certain beer, am I correct?
You are.
Epic. Good stuff, Liam. You're
Thanks,
so
Liam.
smart.
Yeah,
Are
if
you
you
gonna
can
guess?
enlighten
Or
them.
It's a
Please.
harp.
Oh,
It's a
a harp?
A
Okay. A harp. Oh, that was your
So the
original
traditional-
flag?
Yeah, the traditional flag of Ireland is a green flag with a golden harp on it.
Oh, okay.
And then the new flag is green, white, and orange. The green being the Republicans, the orange being the Protestants, and the white being the peace in between them. So that's
Okay.
where the new flag comes from. I think
this is-
new, but it's like a 70-year-old flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, another question: do many people speak Gaelic anymore?
This is a bone of contention for a lot of people. The way Irish is taught is shit.
Oh, okay.
So we're taught Irish. Basically, we're given huge pages that we just have to learn off by heart, and it's like learn this and you'll pass the exam kind of thing. It's not taught like
Here's
how
how to-
Spanish or French would be taught here, where you actually learn to speak the language.
Oh, so it's almost like Hebrew with like Jewish people, where they just like learn the readings.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have anything here to show, but where I'm from, just about 20 minutes up the road. Well, not where I'm from, where I am now. About 20 minutes up the road, there's an area called the Gaeltacht, which would be a Irish-speaking area. So everyone there would speak mainly Irish.
Mhm.
And a lot of Irish children are sent to a Gaeltacht as a child to try and improve their Irish. Generally, once people finish like second level education, they don't speak it anymore, and they don't really have good Irish. I would say I have all right Irish. I wouldn't like my chances in the Gaeltacht though, because I mean it's the same with like all languages, but all areas have different dialects of Irish, and they speak it differently, and they pronounce words differently, and
Right.
it can be tricky to communicate with someone that's from a different area, even though you're speaking the same language.
So do Gaelic and Irish mean like the same thing in terms of language, or is Gaelic a certain dialect? Or...
So Irish is the English for the language. Gaeilge would be Irish for Irish. And Gaelic languages include Scottish as well. Although
right.
I don't know the situation with Scotland.
But
yeah.
Not to put you on the spot, but could you speak some Irish for us?
Tom ábalta caintas Gaeilge ach nílam Roma mar ní matlam on Django. So
wow.
That's good.
I said I can speak a bit of Irish, but I'm not too good because I don't like the language. So
what does
Liam says that was good, but he has no clue what the fuck I said.
Changa is language.
Nailed it.
Okay.
It means tongue. So
okay. Interesting. We're doing all sorts of fucking.
Yeah, we're learning so much today.
This is the Lemon Cast now.
This is the Lemon Cast.
The Lemon Cast.
What a fantastic season finale. This is awesome.
So I have another friend. He's in a Nordic country, and it's very hard to get a certain medicinal herb up there. Is it also hard to obtain medicinal herb?
Yeah. What's up, Viral?
Keeping it green, I see. Okay.
You'll walk down the road, you'll smell it.
Okay.
Love it.
It's everywhere.
You love to see it.
Dude, it's kind of nuts. I took my fucking dog out for a pee at 5:45 the other day, and I could smell somebody smoking weed. I was like, dude, I'm not even awake yet. How are you smoking?
He hasn't gone to bed yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe that was it. But it was like, it was a Monday morning.
I've been there.
People who haven't gone to bed yet don't have anywhere to be on a Monday afternoon.
I guess, yeah. Fair enough.
Shit. I mean, obviously, like North American, Canadian culture, very similar and is represented way more in the media. But is there anything about us you need clarification on, don't understand, or like maybe a fairy tale or myth you aren't sure is true?
I mean, it's Canada. You guys are still part of the Commonwealth, aren't you?
We are, unfortunately.
We are. We have the Queen on the back of all of our currency.
Every single one of them.
So, okay, because here, that was the Queen was the head of state for us up until 48. So Ireland was declared. Well, it was declared its own country hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but it was allowed to be its own country in 1922. But the Queen was still the head of state. And then it wasn't until 1948 we kind of used the war we start changing things in our constitution and hoped that, England was a bit too preoccupied to notice what we were doing. And by the time, they were like, hey, what are you doing? We were our own country. But there was a big problem here having the Queen as the head of state because there was a civil war in Ireland between Republicans over the treaty, just because it still had the Queen as the head of state. But obviously the pro-treaty won in the end and we accepted it. But yeah, I just find it weird that other countries still have the Queen as the head of state, even though, like, how far away are you guys? Probably
far enough.
24,000 kilometers away.
I'd say at least. I think it's 3,000 or 4,000 miles, honestly.
Well, luckily we have
Thank you, Liam.
England maps.
Just about to drop 2 pings.
Current location
To Buckingham Palace. How far?
Where is the Queen right now?
If I want to walk, I can't walk it. Right?
Thanks, Liam. Because obviously you can swim it.
Why is it not showing the kilometer? Just showing air. It's a 13-hour flight. Distance.
He's got it already.
Canada.
This is the longest way to do this.
I could have looked.
3,600 miles.
3,600 miles. There we go.
Okay, so
So,
that's
miles,
5,000 kilometers.
It's far.
Yes, give or take. So
Far
yeah.
enough that if we took the queen off our bill, she probably wouldn't notice.
She wouldn't even know. But
Yeah.
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 we still have
She's
to
out of
like.
state.
She's literally like, if we want like a federal law passed, our governor general has to fly to England and get her to sign the paper.
Oh
So
god.
that's we should really just like because
It's a
honestly,
real
too,
job we have.
Yeah, like-
Does
do,
she even read anymore?
do your
Like,
politicians
she's
have
up
to?
there.
Do they have to swear an oath of fealty to the Queen?
They. I'm trying
That's
to.
a good
that sounds-
question.
Again, that was an
genuinely don't
issue
know.
here, and a lot of people just didn't take their seats in government because they're like, "I'm not
Hmm.
doing it."
Jeez, I don't blame them. That's a weird clause to put in, especially with given the history. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's an oath of allegiance to the Queen.
Oh god.
Wow.
And you
fun.
have a president, do you?
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Oh, okay.
I,
'Cause we
I
have-
don't have
we have a-
Prime Minister present.
We have both. So we have the
Oh.
Taoiseach, who is the prime minister,
Okay.
and then we have the president, and the president's the figurehead. They
Okay. Gotcha.
they're elected, but they're basically like the Queen, but with less power. They have to sign all bills and everything, but they don't really do anything.
Right.
Imagine getting hired just to be a fucking.
Our
Figure.
current president, he's 80 something.
Is he the one with the dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the presidential term here is 7 years, and you can do 2 years. So there's been 2 presidents in my lifetime, because they've both done 14 years.
Wow.
Because it's a figurehead, they're just
Mhm.
they don't really do anything. They just represent us on the. Is this, oh, there's Michael D. Yeah, that's him. He's like 5 feet tall as well, and he speaks with a really thick accent.
Oh, I love it.
Danny
He looks
DeVito
very
vibes.
wholesome.
He looks
He's
great.
really cool. He's very
So-
well liked here.
Is
I
the
can
president
understand why he's the figurehead.
Yeah.
is the presidency almost like a thing to like almost honor a politician for their time in, like kind of like
No.
their final?
Oh,
No.
No.
Really?
So you wouldn't, if you're a politician, you don't go for presidency. It's
Okay.
generally, it's more of a businessman's kind of thing.
Okay.
Where, so if you're a politician, you go for Taoiseach.
Mhm.
If you want to be president, I mean, you get all your expenses paid for you, and you get paid to do it. So
Mhm.
that's kind of
And
of
I'm
it.
about to go be an
Yeah.
Irish president.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, if you ever decide to submit your bid for president of Ireland, you'll have our full support.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I appreciate 3 Canadians in an Irish election is it's a lot of weight.
Oh, don't worry.
Absolutely.
We got our ties to Meta now. You know, previously known as
Oh,
Facebook. We'll
yes,
rig that
yes.
election in your favor real quick, like that.
Easy.
And also, none of your opponents will be targeted in the Canadian demographic. Okay, you already
This-
have
yeah.
grassroots
Yeah.
in a demographic no one's even looking at. It's not in their charts.
Think about all of the 3rd or 4th generation Irish Canadians that we can convince to vote for you.
I don't know if you'd be allowed, but what's the rules here? I think you just need an Irish passport, and then you can probably vote.
No, it's just a joke on people who call
Easy.
themselves Irish after the
Oh, no,
families have
yeah.
been there
It's
for
a-
five generations.
It's a big thing.
Yeah,
And I mean, it helps us a lot though with our rugby because we have a lot of
fans. Yeah,
Kiwis or Australians, South Africans that have Irish grandparents, and then they come and play for us.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. That rocks.
It really helps. And well, actually, let me just check this. We beat New Zealand the other day, and New Zealand were at the time the best in the world. So I want to check if it affected our rankings. It did. Ireland is now 4th.
Ooh.
So we were 5th,
Oh, wow.
but
I got bumped
it's
down.
now
Who'd you beat?
South Africa, New Zealand, England, Ireland. That's the top
Dang.
4. Which is
Dang.
embarrassing for England because they invented the sport. So
Damn.
I mean, I think we're out here getting beaten hockey by American teams. so-
All the
So the-
time.
did Canada invent hockey? Or
Big time. It
Yes.
was invented in our province, actually.
oh
Fun
shit.
fact.
well, that is contested, but I do believe it was. There's two places in Canada that claim to have invented hockey, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously it's the one closer geographically to where we
Yeah,
live.
of course.
It must be.
But
How could
we
it
get
not
beat
be?
by American
They
teams
put it
in
on the
hockey,
sign.
but like 80% of NHLers are still like Canadians.
Mhm.
Yeah. A lot of the fucking players that are beating us are our own.
It is really weird though, like because I've been to like a hockey game in the States, and it's if it's for like just a team that's like the Florida Panthers or something. There's just like nobody there. There's like a couple fans for like the other team that might be there in the stands, but there's like nobody. Like, how do these like $1 million stadiums support that, like this this small of a crowd constantly?
Now a slice of pizza in the Chicago arena costs more than a ticket to a Blackhawks game. A ticket is $7. A slice of pizza is $7.45. A bottle of water at the Seattle Stadium costs more than the ticket to a Blackhawks game.
Where would you rank the Blackhawks in like?
Are they shitty?
Like,
Is that why water and pizza cost more than them?
Yeah.
So
that sounds like a great night out, though. Pizza and a ticket for $14. $15?
But if you get thirsty, you're shit out of luck. You're gonna be at like $30.
So like Chicago's a weird story because they're currently rebuilding, which means they're dog shit. But they had a lot. There's a huge hockey culture unraveling thing, and there was I won't get too deep into it, but there's a whole sexual assault scandal that got quieted by the higher ups at Chicago. Because what happened is between 2010 and 2015, the Blackhawks won 3 cups in 6 years, which is a dynasty. They built a dynasty, but amid that, there was a sexual assault thing going on that they kept quiet as to not affect the mentality or the narrative going into the finals. And that just sort of came to light now. So that compounded with the fact that they suck right now means no one's going to see their games. And they're currently this season on pace to be one of the worst teams in the league. I think the only team that's going to be worse than them is the Arizona Coyotes. And fun fact about them, they haven't been paying rent in their stadium for the last 2 years. So they got evicted after the end of this year. So they need to find a new home. And there's a chance they'll get relocated to a Canadian team or another American team.
Wow.
They sound like real class. I'm sure somebody will want to sweep them right up. We're the worst team, and we don't pay rent. We'd be lucky to get us, to be honest.
Yeah,
it is weird too. We don't have many like teams here in Canada, considering we invented the sport.
No, it's all about market, and like even
That's
just
true.
to like it costs $600 million to enter as an entry league into the fee,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not including building a stadium, hiring a staff, all the other expenses. So you need almost a couple bill to like
Just to
start
get
a
going.
team.
Yeah.
So you need like a lot of teams are now owned by like major investment groups.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's still billionaires who own teams. That's the majority of the NFL and the NHL. But a new thing that's coming up is almost like trust funds own teams. Like the Leafs are owned by a media corporation. The Jets are owned by a media corporation. A lot of teams are being bought by like very wealthy investment groups.
Mm-hmm.
So that is interesting because when it's just owned by one owner, that owner can have a lot of say in what the GM does to build the team. They can be like, my son likes this player. Get him.
Yeah, exactly. Damn. Wow.
Doesn't Ryan Reynolds on a football team in England?
Yeah, he does.
Him and
I thought it was a joke, but it's not.
Always Sunny, Rob McElhenney.
Yeah.
Who I think might be Irish.
Who?
You know the show Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I don't know if he's
I do know it, but I've never watched it.
He's one of the actors. Actually, no, he's American. He's not Irish.
You heard Mac the last name, and you're like, he's Irish.
Well,
oh no, both his parents are of Irish descent. He was raised Roman Catholic. When he was 8 years old, his parents divorced. In case you needed to know that.
Thanks. Real roller coaster there.
Oh man, well, thank you, Jack, for joining us on a very special season finale with an Irish flair.
Thank you for having me.
Plug all of your shit now, because obviously none of our viewers.
All of it.
Oh. Everything.
What do I have? I have Twitch. That's it. So, my Twitch is the Lemon Leviathan. I'm stream mostly survival games. Although it's been a while since. Right now, I'm playing Alien Isolation, bit of Conan Exiles, and we try and get some Splitgate in there as well with the boys. So, yeah. If you want to have some fun, that's where I will be. I also got a new computer, and I broke it immediately.
Oh.
What did you do, Lemon? Come on now.
So it's got a glass side panel,
Oh no, it had a glass side
and
panel.
I,
You mean?
I screwed it off. I was sliding it off, and it was on the floor when I was doing this because I was putting in an extra hard drive, and it fell like half an inch from the lip it was on onto the floor, but it was tempered glass, so it just shattered.
Oh,
And
no.
glass went everywhere.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
That sucks.
But I mean, I've
Great airflow
taken the-
now, though. I bet.
Yeah.
yeah.
honestly.
I mean, honestly, it's cooling me down just sitting here, with the fan blowing on me. So it's nice.
Maybe I should do that. I got tempered glass on mine too. I'll just take that right out. Easy.
I have a
peasy.
hammer.
Just take it out without shattering it. Just
That's probably the
tuck it by
better
your
option.
couch.
It did take a while to clean up.
Yeah, but I'd
Yeah.
rather have broken
Imagine.
glass all over my house.
Add a little spice to
Leave it on
your
the kitchen
life.
floor.
No, that's just it.
I don't mind the glass in the house. It's the glass that's still in the PC that I just can't get out.
Oh,
Yeah, now thinking
Just
about
pick
that,
it up
that
and
actually made me
shake it
cringe
like a
to think
baby.
about. I don't like that at all. Oh no, what if it get caught in a fan or something? Oh no. Oh,
No, I've all the components and all are clear, but it's
oh,
like
good. Just
in the power supply for the PC under the big
Mhm.
giant case, and I'm like, I'm not
Mhm.
messing around in there.
Yep.
You can just stay.
that's rough.
Damn.
That's rough.
God damn.
At least it works.
It works, and it's got a 3060, so very happy.
Oh, gosh darn.
I'm,
Well,
Yeah. Well.
at least you might not have a side on your case, but at least it's not going to float away down the river because we're about to get flooding. I think here where we are.
Yeah, it's gonna
So
be
boys,
fucked for the next
secure
couple
your
days.
PCs.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
Scared. I'm in a
It's getting
basement
cold
apartment.
here, like freezing cold. But
We're supposed to have 7 out of the next 9 days are rain.
And it's supposed to be
And then
heavier,
2 are
like
snow.
storm rain for the next 3 days.
Just very shitty weather. It's going to be rain or snow for the next week.
Oh, well, we got
Gotta
that to
love our
look
province.
forward to. What our viewers have to look forward to is we're taking a break. We are going on a season festive holiday. We'll be back January 9th with our next episode, with our season 2 premiere. It'll just be labeled as episode 31 because why limit ourselves?
Podcast.
It's a podcast. That's how numbers work. This is 30. The next one will be 31. In the off time, you'll notice all the VODs will be edited and a couple clip compilations uploaded of some of the best moments. And I'm sure we'll find a good old Irish clip, maybe the one with the 3 brothers, because I particularly that one has a
They
big
gotta
space
fight
in
the
my
train.
the train. They couldn't stop the train. We can't stop the train. At the end of the day,
hey,
God's a train. We're merely on his tracks. We appreciate you all
Not tracking
for
that
joining
metaphor.
us. 30 episodes, 30 weeks. It's been like 45 weeks, probably 50 weeks, because
Life happens.
we've missed episodes, but we'll be back at her better than ever. January 9th.
in the
Tune in
new
then.
year. We'll
Thank
see
you.
everybody then.
Thank you, Jack, aka
so
Lemon
much.
Leviathan. Make sure
Thank
you
you for
follow him
having
on
me.
Twitch, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
see ya.
Take care, everybody.
Gross.
Peace.